Sri Matre Namaha Guru Kataksham Ambalanugraham Paripurnam. Welcome to Shakti Awakening with Vidhyaa Prakash. We lost the precious part of ourselves as we grow. The peace, the confidence, the joy disappears quickly. Why does that happen? You have decent job, you have good family, you have many blessings, but there is still a feeling that something is missing. Why that happens? Because you have lost the most precious part of yourself, your inner child. In Sri Vidya tradition, there is a Ambal whose purpose is to awaken that innocence, that joy, that purity within you. Again, in Sri Vidya tradition, this Ambal comes as a small girl, a 9-year-old divine child, Mata Bala Tripura Sundari. She is none other than Mata Lalitambika herself, but as a child form. Now, when you look at a child, your heart automatically melts. Now, you know one thing? If you have to master in Sri Vidya, without Bala, the journey to Lalitambika cannot start. It will not begin. This is exactly what you are going to discover in this video. Who is this Bala Tripura Sundari? Many say that there are various versions who say Bala Tripura Sundari is a daughter of Lalita Tripura Sundari. She is not daughter of Lalita Tripura Sundari. She is Lalita Tripura Sundari, but in Bala form. That's the reason if you look at the name Bala Tripura Sundari, she is the child form of Lalitambika. Among countless forms of Ambal, the most beautiful and powerful is Bala Tripura Sundari. Though she appears as the young girl, she is Mata Lalitambika herself. She is not a separate deity. She is the youth manifestation. She is the child manifestation of the Supreme Mother, Mata Lalitambika, in the form of pure, innocent, compassionate, and ever auspicious. Because her Dhyana Shloka gives the detail about her Shakti. She is the aspect of Adi Parashakti. Here's the powerful part. In Sri Vidya tradition, Bala is the beginning of Sri Vidya journey. It is like, for every mighty big tree, it begins as a tiny seed. Every seeker in Sri Vidya begins with Bala before progressing towards the Panchadashi or Shodashi mantra. This childlike form indicates the limitless divine potential hidden within the purity, simplicity, and that innocence. Why Ambal chose to take the form of a small girl? Here you need to understand the deep symbolic representation. A child naturally attracts love than fear. See, when you stand before the divine, majestic form of Mata Lalitambika, we often approach with reverence. There is some kind of, a fear with bhakti. But when you see and approach Mata Bala Tripura Sundari, the heart opens up effortlessly. A child, invites that intimacy. The child invites affection. The child invites complete surrender. So, Bala Tripura Sundari reminds us that the highest spiritual realization it has to start with the heart that is pure, humble, trust, and free from ego. Now let us understand the origin of Bala Tripura Sundari. According to Sri Vidya tradition and also Lalitopakhyanam, when Mata Lalitambika was engaging in the battlefield against Bhandasura, she manifested as Bala directly from her own consciousness. In Lalita Sahasranamam, the 74th Nama, it says, Bhandaputra Vadhodyukta Bala Vikramanandita. Mata Lalitambika feels immensely happy seeing the valor of Bala, who was ready to destroy the sons of Bhandasura. So, when Mata Lalitambika was in the battlefield, battle against the Asura, the demon Bhandasura, Bala, although appearing as a 9-year-old child, a girl, sought permission from Lalitambika to enter the battlefield. Actually, Bala manifested from Mata Lalitambika. So, Bala Tripura Sundari is the child version of Mata Lalitambika, Mata Lalita Tripura Sundari. And Bala went on to destroy the sons of Bhandasura. And Mata Lalitambika was delighted to see the courage. So, Bala Tripura Sundari is not just a child representation, she is the concentrated power of Mata Lalitambika herself. If you are wanting to enter into Sri Vidya, the Sri Vidya mantra japam starts with Mahaganapati and Bala. Bala is the first step. Before you go into higher initiations into Sri Vidya, you have to do Bala Upasana. This is because Bala prepares the mind, softens your heart, strengthens your bhakti, makes you spiritually ready enough to receive the higher wisdom of Sri Vidya. So Bala establishes the foundation upon which the entire Sri Vidya unfolds. Now, in the Dhyana Shlokam of Bala, how you can visualize Bala and what is the power of Bala? As per the Dhyana Shlokam, Mata Bala Tripura Sundari is visualized as a beautiful young girl seated on a lotus, and she is radiating in soft crimson or crimson red complexion, which symbolizes the first rays of sun. And she is depicted with 4 arms like Mata Lalita Tripura Sundari, but this 4 arms of Bala, one arm is holding a rosary, which is Akshamala, and the Vedic book. And then there is Abhaya Mudra, which says, "Why fear? I am here." And Varada Mudra, which is the hand which blesses. So the rosary represents the spiritual practice. The Vedic book represents the divine wisdom. And then, of course, the mantra. Abhaya Mudra removes the fear. Varada Mudra grants bhoga and moksha, worldly and spiritual blessing. And she's having a smiling face, reminding that Ambal is infinitely compassionate. Now, here is another very powerful part which I always feel. There are 2 words in the Dhyana Shlokam which I connect always, which is one, Nitya Kalyana Sheela. Kalyana is auspicious. Nitya is always, ever, and everlasting. Sheela, the form, the nature, the character. So, Mata Bala Tripura Sundari is Nitya Kalyana Sheela. She is ever auspicious Ambal who grants, it is her inherent character to always shower the sadhaka with auspiciousness. That is why holding Bala Tripura Sundari, your every area of life is blessed with auspiciousness. And then the second word is Nivasatu Hridi Bala. This comes in Dhyana Shloka, which means let her stay, reside in my heart always. Let Mata Bala Tripura Sundari reside in my heart always. When you chant this Dhyana Shlokam, it is a way of living. Instead of seeing Ambal as someone who exists, we invite her to be in your heart. Imagine a divine child full of innocence, full of compassion. Nitya Kalyana Sheela, who gives unconditional love, seated at your heart. Every time you remember, your heart becomes softer. Every time you realize this, you know you are protected. You know you are taken care. You know you can handle things in life. When Bala lives in our heart, we no longer feel alone. Every decision, every challenge, every success, every difficulty, she's there. Her presence is silently guiding our thoughts. Her presence is always there protecting our journey. This is why The rishis did not simply ask to worship Bala, they asked to invite Bala into your heart. Because when Bala lives in the heart, your life is taken care. Now let us understand why Bala is the foundation of Sri Vidya. Every journey has a first step. And in Sri Vidya, Mahaganapati and Bala is the first step. Mahaganapati is to remove the obstacles. Everyone knows. But see, before you receive a higher initiation, you have to become ready. This is because why Bala is introduced at first, because Bala prepares your mind, purifies your heart, strengthens your devotion, makes you as a sadhaka, ready so that you can receive highest wisdom. So it is like laying a foundation. So when Ambal is residing in your heart, as this feeling deepens, your heart gradually transforms, your life transforms, negative emotions begin to dissolve, the inner joy will deepen. Now let us understand the Bala and the child within, because that is what I started this video, the inner child. Every person carries an inner child, your own inner child. Over time, disappointments, fear, failure, society, the worldly struggles convert that innocence. We lose that innocence. Bala, by worshipping Bala, she heals that forgotten part of ourselves. She restores that innocence, the joy, the wonder, the trust, the simplicity, the emotional healing. When you do Bala sadhana, you will realize you begin to smile more naturally. You worry less. You trust life. You trust Ambal more than anything. That's the reason Bala Upasana is the doorway for Srividya and also for your life. How to worship Bala Tripura Sundari? If you're not initiated into Srividya, you can still worship her in a very, very simple way, yet powerful way. Anyone can worship. You can just have a small photo or a small idol of Bala Tripura Sundari. Every day, take bath, go to your puja room, light lamp in front of Ambal's photo, light the lamp. Apply gandham and kumkumam on the photo or the vigraham. Offer red color flowers if it is available. Then chant this mantra 108 times. Om Balayai Namaha. Om Balayai Namaha. Om Balayai Namaha. Chant this 108 times. Then show agarbatti. Then offer naivedyam. Then show the mangalarti and offer your namaskaram. You can do this every Friday, every Paurnami, which is very, very auspicious. If you can do every day also, it's very, very auspicious. Now let us understand what are the benefits of worshipping Mata Bala Tripura Sundari. She purifies your heart. She brings out the inner child, which is locked somewhere deep inside. You know, when you bring out that inner child, naturally you will feel happy. The joy is not attached to any materialistic things. So Bala purifies your heart. She removes that emotional impurities and restores that childlike innocence. She accelerates spiritual growth. She prepares you for you seeking the higher stages of Srividya. You may enter into Srividya if you want to. She improves learning. So if you have children who are studying, worshipping Bala because she is holding Akshamala and the book, she blesses students, the seekers, anyone pursuing knowledge with clarity, concentration, wisdom, sharp memory. She grants auspiciousness. I told you about the Dhyana Shloka. She is Nitya Kalyana Sheela. So she grants auspiciousness because that is her nature. Her grace brings harmony. Her grace brings positivity in your life. Most importantly, she strengthens the mantra sadhana. Bala Upasana strengthens the mind. It helps the mantra to become siddhi. She removes the fear. because she's having Abhaya Mudra. I told you, wife here when I am here. That is her Abhaya Mudra. So, because she is living within you, when you start worshipping her in your heart, Nivasatu Hridi Bala. So, you are protected by Ambal every single moment of your life. You feel that your life is filled with joy always, because Bala replaces heaviness with simplicity, gratitude, and inner happiness. She opens the heart to receive Ambal's grace. When the heart becomes innocent as child, Ambal naturally reveals herself. That is why Bala Upasana is the gateway for you to grow in your life, in every area of life. If this video touched your heart and you feel to go deeper into Shakti Upasana, I invite you to join the Shakti Upasana course. In this course, you will learn how to worship her correctly, how to chant the powerful Stotram like Lalita Sahasranamam, Devi Khadgamala Stotram, Mahalakshmi Ashtakam, Mahalakshmi Ashtotharam, Varahi Upasana, Bala Ashtotharams, and many such Ashtotharams which you will learn to chant and to understand the meaning along your chant and the rituals that you have to do along the way when you chant. This is an online recorded video course where you will have lifetime access to do the Shakti Upasana. If you want to become the Shakti Sadhaka, the registration link is given in the description, and you can enroll and start your Shakti Upasana journey with me. With Amba's Anugraham, Mata Bala Tripura Sundari, Nitya Kalyana Sheela, reside in your heart always. Her grace becomes your life's greatest blessing. And I look forward to see you inside the Shakti Upasana course. Till then, stay blessed and stay connected to Amba and continue our journey in Shakti Awakening. If you have any doubts, do let me know. I'll be happy to help you. Guru Kataksham, Amba Anugraham Paripurnam, Shri Matre Namaha.